The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Purdue Boilermakers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Boilermakers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Indiana's offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, Purdue was probably the worst team in the power conferences last year and maybe one of the worst teams in the country. They fell 66-0 to their rivals in the old Oaken bucket game, and Indiana, of course, made its way onto the playoff. New season, new game. David, what's step one in pulling out a big win in this one?
Yeah, there was nothing good that came out of this game. This was not a rivalry. This was a one-sided beatdown. Not only did Rourke throw for 6 touchdowns and Indiana score 66, and they got Purdue's coach fired. That's how bad this football game was. Jesse, they had to go to the bullpen and make a change from their head coach.
Yeah, the head coach after the game said it was the worst offensive performance he had ever seen. And, David, he's right. They had 67 yards in the whole game and turned it over 5 times. You simply can't win. If Purdue has a pulse offensively in this one today, they'll have a much better shot than they did a year ago.
Quick pass on the fly motion. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cooper. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
So Purdue's offense will go to work for the first time today. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A pickup of 5, marching at the 36-yard line.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down, really easy.
The old Oaken bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further. 1891, and alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an Oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. The bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today? I'm going to win a bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool, but Jesse, when you make it a trophy game, it's just so much more fun. It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know, both Purdue and Indiana, they're hoping to add a score, a date, the city this game was played in. Someone's adding a P or an I to the old Oaken bucket.
The Boilermakers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Fakes to grab. It's Morris. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Hoosiers will snap it on first and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Wide open spaces. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. Gets it past the marker. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air, it's Mendoza. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. From the gun. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Tuggle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Rides the back and leaves it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Shotgun snap on third down. Buys a little time with his feet. Gets rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And the Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he got loose. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Brady. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. offense changing the play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Good timing on the quick out. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but you got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. The throw to the outside is complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the tight end. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Boilermakers have moved it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Puncks it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They just keep firing. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're setting up the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Indiana.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it.
abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Mendoza. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route. By the time he got his head around, the ball was already there and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. Finds his big tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cooper. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. To the air on first down. He's in open space downfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. It's caught. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Here's the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hunt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And it's incomplete on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
Well, a lot of things going wrong for this team right now, certainly on offense, and now you're seeing it in the special teams as well. This punt return is one he's got to be able to field and at least hold on to the football. I understand he's trying to go score a touchdown, but you can't lose sight of your fundamentals, and that turnover is really a microcosm of all the problems that they've been having today.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field it close to the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And they're not on the same page there.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Boilermaker! They take the lead with the 6. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time racing requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Makes the quick grab. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. And the Hoosiers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the ball squirted out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Lots of running room. space. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! He would not be denied.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third.
Number 15, set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Harris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. He's got him. Turns it on in midfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Purdue! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback history's progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety.
Huge play by this defense. This game had an opportunity to get very, very interesting. They step up, make the big play, make this a 2-possession game now with that safety and getting the football back.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to kick this one away.
Running into the open space.
Returner throws it out to the 45.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They go to the ground. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. The Boilermakers gathered up for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
To the air. It's Mendoza. Right on the money. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened at this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it 1 play at a time.
And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Red pass hits complete. At the 45 on its way. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
Purdue, 26. Indiana, 21.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're two-down territory there and you take a shot on third and run it on fourth, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played. Because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And the Boilermakers get the first down.
I love the aggressive nature on offense here. You're winning this game. A lot of coaches would choose to punt on that 4th down and just go play defense and try to ice this thing, but not them. They're going to try to leave their offense out there. That's the 3rd, 4th down they've been able to convert.
Right back to the well. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Pass ball's incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
When you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. The latest edition of the